How you guys doing? Just stopped. I'm going over my budget for the month. I had one interview today at 9:30, got canceled, and I have another interview today at 2. So I'm checking how much my money. I'm looking at my bank account. Looks like I have about $500 to get me through the end of the month, and I have another $600 in my savings account. One interview, and see if I can't set up some other interviews before the end of the month. Find some ways to make some money helping out with some businesses, or help them see how many of products I sell for the paying off your car loan. Also have my Blackjack retirement fund program where I've been selling that one too. So we're gonna see, man. I'm trying to avoid being what is it, 76% of Americans who live paycheck to paycheck. I'm in California, so you know it's all locked down. I went by tramway, bathrooms are closed. Just said we're closed. So there's another park I know where the bathroom's open. Then I got this guy with his trumpet playing outside. So it's always something different when you come out now. Just nothing's normal anymore. Just someone doing some just bizarre shit. Now I got a musician. If it's not a musician, then you got all the people walking around with their dogs shitting all over the place. So make sure, like I told you, 2 tips to help you get ready for 2021. Make sure you get in shape. Now that things are more open, you should be going to the supermarket, working on ways to eat healthier. It's okay to eat half healthy, eat half at home. Try to avoid just eating your entire meal 3 to 4 days at home. Get to the gym. I know those 24-hour gyms. I know it. I know this is negative M. I know it's cold in the morning, man, but you can only hike and run so much. Good to get inside, work on your budgets, because as I told you, next year, the money's going to go, they're going to raise that insurance rate. Be rest assured they're raising that up. And then number 2, like I told you, look for some ways to make extra money. Right now I'm studying. I have working on my working on my sales pitch thing, reviewing some Grant Cardone sales stuff, going through and looking at my other follow-up, some areas where I can follow with some previous clients. You're going to have to grind now, because basically this is a depression. This is not a recession. This is a depression. And you got everyone who just stays at home. The reason I think so many people stayed at home is a lot of people just quit, man. They weren't already making it. Trump gave them $1,200 a month to stay home. Maybe they thought that would last forever, whatever. Now, you've got a bunch of people working in warehouses, $15 an hour, not motivated. Cause I mean, I worked in a warehouse when I was younger, man. So I can only imagine doing it now. Picking. They want you to lift 49 and a half. Was it 49 and a half pounds? Yeah. But what I told you, if you don't want, if you to avoid being dumb, working in a warehouse, like I told you, remember the video I have on there, 2 things. One, you need to take some of that money out the cars, man. You guys are spending way too much money on the cars. Because you know what happens when you spend money on your car? You don't have money for anything else. Then you're living with 2 and 3 roommates. Or you're like the neighbor downstairs who's got to pick up the roommate and take the roommate to the job to make sure his roommate's getting money to pay the rent. Or you're going to be like, or you're going to be driving around, you got a nice car, but then you're driving around on a donut on a tire. You can't afford to do any maintenance for your car. Or you're shopping at, you got a mom, a kid, and a wife, and you shopping at a 99-cent store, or Audi, driving a Mercedes or Audi. You don't want to live like that. My generation, if you had a luxury car, man, that was a sense of pride. You accomplished something. You weren't shopping at a 99-cent store like I saw a couple thinking you're passing everyone on your way to work. Or you're gonna be like that old couple that was in the rest area looking at their car like that's the best you can do? A 2007 Mercedes? I would go home if I were you. You don't need to be looking around. You should look. And I was driving down the street, you see all these people, these houses, 20, 30-year-old houses. They got their little BMW, or they got the ones, remember the old days where you only had the carport, you didn't have the garage, so they got the Audi little sports thing stuffed inside. And they got a house next to some guy who has a couple that has 4 or 5 parents living at home. Dogs barking and shit. Whacked out neighbors. But I got my cool car. I'm 50, 60 years old. At least when I go shop at Audi's, I look like I made it. You don't want to be like that, man. Don't be like those people, man. And I mean, I saw I go to the market. People were going to Trader Joe's, coming out with one and two items, getting into their fancy car. Don't be like that, man. I mean, I don't know how people eat, man. Let me know. Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe, comment, like. I don't know how you guys be eating, man. I don't see you shopping. I see you going to Aldi's. See you buying that meat at Target. That meat at Target is nasty, man. That fruited, that the vegetables or the fruit they got at Aldi is nasty. That meat they got at Aldi. You remember I doing the shutdown originally? Lockdown, I was going to Aldi's, man. I remember I got this one roast that I had to last me for like 2 weeks, man. I was just eating roast. Man, you could find bread and stuff. Now you go to the supermarket now. The only thing you really can't find is the Hormel non-meat chili and biscuits. Everything else you can have in the store. There's a big difference. You can't make a run on a store if you're getting unemployment plus an extra $1,200 a week. That's a big difference. Now you're like, I'm in California. Oh, we don't want you to limit this, limit that. Outdoor playgrounds are open. Zoom teachers are whacked out. We don't want to go back to school. Don't worry. You teachers don't got to have to worry. Half of you ain't going to be around no more anyway. Those school administrators are going to just put a little whoop ass on you guys soon. So, but remember, remember, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, comment, like, man. So I've looked at it. I got about $500 in my checking, $600 in my savings to get me through the month. So, let me know what you think, man. Have you bought my $75, $125, $200 programs to help you pay off your car loan? How would you feel if you had a 60-month car loan and had it paid off in 36, 40 months, man? Then you don't have to worry about the stress of paying that car off, and now you can take all that extra money and use it for something else. What would you do if you had an extra $550? What would you use it for? Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe, comment, like. How many of you are driving around in Mercedes and Audis? You don't have a nickel to your name. You're shopping at Aldi's. You're shopping at grocery outlet. How long do you want to do that, man? Is that what you said when you signed the papers? Well, I can make sense of buying this car. We can shop here, shop there. Today I saw an Audi. I saw a Land Rover guy in a Banning getting his gas at an AM PM. Then I saw Audis, Land Rovers getting their gas at 7-Eleven. I'm like, man, when you get at least go to a Chevron, go to a Shell. When I see people at those kind of places, I know they're car rich and cash poor. Probably on his way to the 99-cent store to get some food, shopping at Aldi's, shopping at grocery outlet. Subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, comment, like. Let's see if we can't get 5 likes. Are you driving around in a fancy car? Okay, we don't have to eat here. We don't have to eat there. We can get the gas here. You know why? I did it. I had a 2007 Beamer. My mom paid for it, though. But I'm not like you guys. But then toward the end, I had to put a $7,000 transmission in. And then that was it, man. But I knew those repairs. Every time you go for repairs, it's at least 100 to 200. And then you try to look for the secondary places to fix those cars. That's even worse. Takes you 2 or 3 days to get your car back because they're looking for the cheapest part. Come on, man. Don't be like that, people. Come on, work with me. $75, $125, $200. Let me help you get those cars paid off. How many of you are retired and you're like me, got $100,000, $2,000 in the bank? You find out that the interest rate is 1%. You know, 1% of 100,000 is $1,000, man. It's different when it was 10%. That's $10,000. $1,000. That's tough, man. It's tough. It means you start eating into your principal quicker. It's for some of you. So why don't you guys look up what passive income is? Look up what Aldi's grocery outlet. Why don't you just do yourself? Sit outside of Aldi's. Sit outside of Aldi's and just see all the people who come out of a Trader Joe's or the Aldi places buying food, man. You don't want to be like that. Shop at Vaughn, shop at Whole Foods when you have a fancy car. Don't be buying, if you got a Range Rover or Mercedes, man, don't be buying your gas at no AM, PM, and or the what AM, PM, and or the 7-Eleven, man. Let me know. Subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, comment, like. There's a quick tip of my finance and just my rant on how you people be driving these fancy cars. Car rich, cash poor. Because I've been there. I feel for you. That's why I got my $75, $125, $200 programs to help you pay off your car. I'm just trying to help you, man. You keep going in one of those AMPMs with these fancy cars and shells, man. They're going to knock you upside the head and take your car. I'm just trying to keep it real, man.